Hello guys, welcome back to part 2 of our Slay the Princess playthrough. The last one we tried to save the princess and she slit our throat, so we're back here ready to go back into the cabin for whatever happens next, and I'm into this game already.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So yeah, we have to slay the princess, otherwise it will be the end of the world. Which is interesting because she killed us, we didn't see the end of the world, so it's the end of our world at least, but okay, we're getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Okay.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Oh, the
I
skeptic.
wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree.
Oh, there's a hero
If he
as
doesn't
well.
remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Okay, interesting.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
You did. Okay, this is modern deja vu though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Okay. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Please do.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yes.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died.
I did.
Which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
It certainly is.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Yes, so to recap, because I don't know when this episode will be going out, we tried to save her and we chopped off her arm. And then as we were trying to escape, he took over our body and made us try to stab her, and that's when she killed us.
I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
It's a great question.
If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here.
Yes.
Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Well, the world didn't end, which is what you said would happen if we freed her. So, at least our world didn't end. But it's interesting, so maybe there are slight changes in this world now that we're here, so kind of like a roguelite.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Well, no, because we're still here.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Yeah.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Yeah. Alright, let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this
People
place?
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
So this is what we had before. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling to me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but
Oh, it's special.
it's because you're special.
Uh-huh.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Mm-hmm. So, like a pretty, not a cliche, but
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Yeah.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Okay, so the only reason I wanted to ask about this.
She just can.
Uh-huh.
Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that,
Yeah.
right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine.
Oh, we have
Check
pockets.
your pockets.
Check my pockets.
Put your
the
hands
evidence.
in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Mm-hmm.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the
Interesting.
world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Okay, someone needs to shear his nails.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Mm-hmm.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Yeah. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Okay.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
Mm-hmm. Trust. It's a game about trust and about love, apparently. I've not seen much love yet. But yeah, this is the question, because I feel like how I'm trying to think of how this game is wanting us to play it, which is very interesting. It's like, are we supposed to now keep digging into the saving the princess and find out what this narrator's actual causes are? Or I'm just thinking now, should I just slay her? What happens if I slay her? How does that branch things off? So I'm kind of thinking that I might just slay her on
now,
this.
if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Mm-hmm. Turn around and leave. Now let's proceed to the cavern.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay. She didn't really do that much
don't
last
believe
time.
a word she says.
Yeah.
Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Yes. Let's go to the cabin. In we go. Okay. Oh.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Yeah.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
It's an interesting table. It has holes in it.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Yeah, that's
Definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
Oh, there's some sound.
There isn't.
I literally thought there was something
There's
behind
a
me.
table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Uh-huh. You
There's
can't see it.
definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Yeah, we need to go look at this mirror. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Yeah,
let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
Or he doesn't know about it himself.
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
You can't see it.
Would it be?
Okay, this whole cabin is different than last time. Okay, approaching it.
Very different.
Yeah.
Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Maybe it's a different princess. We don't know that.
Now, isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
I think that's exactly what we should be getting distracted by, so let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
It's not a very good mirror, is it? Wipe the mirror clean. Okay.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
It was there a second ago.
And now it's gone.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Yeah, I really don't believe he's lying about the mirror. I think he generally doesn't see it.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yeah. Enter the basement. Let's see what happens. Is it going to be the same princess?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
I wonder if she's going to remember us
Is
as well.
that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
Yeah, that's exactly my question. Oh, we don't even get the choice.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
Yeah.
Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was.
Oh, I missed that.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Okay, now she wants to chat with us, which is quite interesting. So I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how looked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here, leave the princess in the basement. Alright, let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
The one she chopped off.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Is she a different princess? I can't really tell. She looks a bit more like defined than before, and less sort of more princessy, less kind of.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one that remembers that? What happened after I died last time? The other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Haha, funny.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
True. Inspect the shackle. You were asked upon my... let's inspect.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Am I going to end up locked up?
Why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
Oh no.
I don't know. Maybe it will.
Do we need to chop off our hands?
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
Yeah, I also don't think
He isn't. I am.
Let's see what happens.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall.
Mm-hmm.
The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it,
Faux disinterest.
though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Oh no.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Does sound bad. The music stopped.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Yeah.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
No. Who would have
And,
guessed?
as if your situation weren't bad enough,
No.
the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Where's the skeptic?
Are we...
Stuck here now.
Oh, I got the
Yes.
achievement. I don't know if you saw that, but I got an achievement. Cool. So,
Huh, so it does fit.
don't listen to the
And I
skeptic.
guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Is it funny?
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't
The
even
knife.
cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Okay, well, at least she didn't
That's
put us
horrible.
in the shackles.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Don't touch the shackles.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to
that.
touch.
Yeah.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
I think this guy's the guy who's trying to do us over here. So we're both stuck here. What should we do now? Did you know this was going to happen to me?
No.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Okay, we're getting on the one-word answers. Great. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
Okay.
That's rude.
Yeah. I could have stabbed you, you know. Well, then
You
we
and the
wait.
princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
Yeah.
This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
Yeah.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
Yeah.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
I wonder if she can
Her
hear
very
us talk.
existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
Okay.
How exactly does that work? It just does.
Great answer.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
Okay, are we just going to
And
die?
let me guess. The cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing.
Yeah.
The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk.
Do
Remember?
you remember how many? Could you imagine how many years that's like must have taken for these walls to get like this, and then you don't talk for that much time, and that's the answer you get.
Still
after all that
rude.
time. Yeah. Let's keep waiting. This is riveting gameplay for you guys here.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed?
Yeah.
What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
No, she hasn't changed at all.
Yes, she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass.
Is her wall just gonna fall over and she's just gonna walk
Until
out?
suddenly,
Oh no, she's still there.
There are no walls.
She's still locked up
Then-
though. Or at least we are.
And?
I think he's gone.
Huh.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Not yet, anyway.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
The water. Oh. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her stead. The
She's
mirror.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah. I don't know where she went and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
Mm-hmm.
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. If there's even a her to find anymore.
Yeah.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's just a mirror. Let's have a look.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Well, this is how we reset our run, I guess. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh, it's you. Ooh. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, you're at the cabin. She's there on top of the hill. Oh my god.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
It's a lot of arms, isn't it? What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights, what do you mean? What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Okay, so maybe we are special.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this in the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh, lucky for you.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
And apparently a lot of arms. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
I get the feeling you shouldn't be free. The gift of the fragile vessel. I guess that's
Yes.
her.
Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Okay. Okay, so is this the end of the
How
world?
can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know about the worlds beyond this
I
place?
know only that they are.
Okay. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So I get a feeling we shouldn't have done this. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Well, yes, because I guess the thing that I shouldn't be letting out is you, and you are a part of the princess. So if I can get you away from the princess, we can save the princess and just kill you.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Okay.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Okay, so that will...
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I'm just getting that I'll find a way to kill you. How much will I forget? How many more pieces do I need to have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay this princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Okay. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How many more pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay, whatever that means. Okay, and what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Interesting. And how much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Okay. So me as a player won't forget this, but my character will forget it, and also my voice, my skeptic voice and my hero voice and the narrator will forget it. So going forward, we basically know that if we allow the princess to survive, this, whatever this is, will grow stronger. And the stronger it gets, the more likely it is to blow up the world. So maybe we should, I know we said it for this run, but maybe this next run we should slay the princess to see what happens. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Okay.
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. And that brings us on to back to chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So I just got 2 Steam notifications there. One of them was called "This is where the real Slay the Princess starts." So yeah, this is branching out. This is very interesting. I'm really enjoying this so far. But that is going to end episode 2. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, this is our game of the month for April. So if you are watching this video around April time, please come and join us in the Beat Your Backlog Discord server and talk about Slay the Princess, because yeah, we're focusing on it this month and that's why I'm making these videos. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.